Hey, what's up guys, Austin17 here, and making this little short video for the discussion, because you know I'm about to go to bed so I can wake up early in the morning and do my review for my Naruto chapter before I go to school. But anyway, can't you guys believe that like we're just like hours away from finding out who Tobi really is, you know? Like, this is the question, I think this is the most anticipated question ever to happen in the Naruto series. Like, people always wonder, okay, who's Tobi? Who's Tobi? Tobi came on, what, 2008 in the Naruto series in the manga? No, he's been on series for like 4 years. And like, it isn't the most anticipated question, no. You can search on YouTube, you see a bunch of people made theory videos about it. I made a theory video about it, a bunch of other stuff, you know. And I just can't believe we're a few hours away, man. I was thinking about it so much. Like, this is finally good to know. Like, after 5 years in the waiting, you finally get to find out who the man behind the mask is, who Tobi really is. You know, and I can't wait to find out who it is. Like, I'm really excited right now, you know. Cause like this, like I said, most anticipated question. Like, I think, like, when we find out who Tobi is, gonna be big. Well, hopefully we find out who Tobi is. Unless Kishimoto decides to skip, like, just go to another fight, like go to the Sasuke, Orochimaru, go to Madara and Kage. But I don't think he would do that. I mean, like, he had us waiting for like around 4 or 5 years, so I don't think he would do that. I think it's fine. I think he sees that it's finally time to tell who Tobi is. Or, it could be wrong, he could just want to prove wrong it a little bit. But I do believe if we will see Tobi identity in the next chapter. If we don't, the next week's chapter. But hopefully it's tomorrow's chapter. But anyway, now let's get to this interview. Now, this interview we just got so called from fandom. And like, that's the thing. Where like fandom, like you shouldn't really believe it, but I'll talk about that later. Now in this video, now let's take it to the interview. Now, so quick interview. It's this guy from Viz Media who says that he got an interview with Kishimoto and saying before Kishimoto did this little conference thing. He's also saying like Kishimoto slipped out who Tobi was. Like, he told me who Tobi was. He said all this stuff about his assistant told. So basically in the interview, he gets an interview with Kishimoto, and he basically says Kishimoto was doing a conference because one of his members, assistants, actually told who Tobi was, and he just wanted to clear up any confusion. Now he goes to keep talking. He's like asking questions. He's like, so who is Tobi? And he's like, oh, Tobi is Izuna. Oh, well, it's too late. I just said Izuna, but spoiler alert. I mean, I know it's too late, but he said Tobi is Izuna, and that. Then they like, oh, well, how's gonna be Izuna? I thought he was dead. He's like, and Kishimoto, he's like, well, the Uchiha clan is bigger than we know of, than you know of, and like his death was wanted between, and somehow was connected to Madara's death, and somehow a Hokage had a part in dealing with Izuna's death, and that this would change the Naruto history as we know it. And basically goes in an interview, keep having a discussion about that, and he's like, oh, well, I gotta go to my conference now, and they leave. But a pretty good interview. When I first read it, I was like, what? And I was really shocked. And I was like, oh, hold on. It's fandom. And then this site is known for like posting fake stuff up. Like, I don't really trust stuff that come out of this site. I mean, it could be legit. Like, it could be Izuna. But I don't really trust stuff that's in their site. Because, like, it's fandom. Like, they posted a bunch of stuff that was never true. And all this other stuff. They got people who draw fake pictures and say, oh, this could happen in the Naruto series. Like, and it never does. So that's why I don't really believe it. It's not a reliable source. So I'm not saying it's true. I'm just giving my thoughts, like, in case you didn't hear this. But you probably already heard this, you know, because who else made a video about it? Source that made a video about it, but he deleted it. Super Power Ninja, he made a video about it. Double 4, he made a video about it. Finale World, he made a video about it. I'll try to get the link in my video so you can see it if you haven't read it yet. But if it's still up anyway. But yeah, that's kind of happened in this interview. But is it Izuna? I would have a problem if it is Izuna. But the thing I have is, like, the people have a lot of explaining to do. Because, well, Kishimoto have a lot of explaining to do. Because we already said, okay, he has some kind of connection with Tobi. Tobi and Kakashi have some kind of connection. So I don't know how Izuna has some kind of connection with Kakashi. I don't think it's real. That's why I said I don't really believe it's real, other than it not being a credible source. I really wanted it to be Tobi or some kind of other thing revolving around Tobi, you know. But I really don't think this is real. I mean, it's a credible source, not really a credible source. It could be real, but I'm not saying it's real till we actually read tomorrow's chapter. But let's end this video. I can't wait for tomorrow's chapter. I'm really excited for it. Finally get to know who Tobi is, hopefully. So comment, tell me your thoughts below. And you know, another thing, like if it's Izuna or some other thing that like clearly makes some sense, I would call it bullshit. I would. And like, he had a lot of things to do if it is. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, can't wait for tomorrow's chapter. Bye, guys.